Hello, hello, everyone, and happy Wednesday. Wednesday it is. Hope everyone is doing well today. I see a few of you chiming in. Hello, hello. And unfortunately, I'm at home. So my sidekick, my dear friend, Darlene, she'll be watching from the store. Doesn't get to join in today, but sometimes our logistics just don't allow for that, and we've got lots to show you tonight. So everyone send lots of big loves to Darlene. I don't know if I'll get my little graphics going, but no, it doesn't seem to be working. Send lots of love to Matt as well. He was helping Darlene kind of man the store. It's been crazy, and tomorrow is Lawn Fawn Day. It has really snuck up on us this time, but if you like fall and if you love Halloween, wink wink, the release tomorrow is going to be fantastic. Spooktacular, as they say. So join us. Matt will be turning that live right at midnight, maybe a little bit after, depending on when Lawn Fawn themselves go live. I know they've been having some technical difficulties with their videos and that kind of thing, but they always do amazing videos. So go and check those out, get sneak peeks on the releases, make your wish list, and be ready to go when the release goes live. So here we are for What's New. If you are new to What's New and what we're doing here today, we're not literally coming from the Paper Crafters Workshop, but we are representing the Paper Crafters Workshop in Stouffville, Ontario, Canada, now shipping in both Canada and the US. So if you are one of our friends from south of the border and you want to order from us, we can definitely ship that to you. We are unboxing some brand new items that we received in the last week. Since our last live last week, last week was quite a bit of a marathon, and I know we were scrambling to get some things in. I think we're going to have some better time today. We've got Christmas. We got Christmas, and a little bit more Christmas, but we also have some other fun stuff as well. And then make sure you stay with us right to the very end, or come back and watch us on replay, because we will be announcing and revealing this coming week's anniversary deals. It's our ninth anniversary, and we are celebrating with new deals every week. The deals themselves start on Thursday. So while you're watching, go and check out this past week's deal. Honestly, I can't even remember what they were. That's not true. There was Distress. There was Simple Stories. There is Spellbinders and Hero Arts and Minte. Those were the deals from this past week. Just sometimes I gotta let my brain catch up with the mouth here. Those deals are good until midnight tonight, and then the new deals start tomorrow morning. We will also send an email reminder and post on our socials, so don't worry if you miss it in one place, you're gonna find it in another place. So who is ready for some new stuff? I'm going to flip over to my desktop camera. We're going to start off with a little bit of odds and sods. We do have some samples to share as well. And then we've got a whole bunch of Christmas paper from one of our new favorite international brands. So stick with us, and we're going to have some fun this afternoon. All right, let's make sure I get the right desktop camera. I think it's this one. There we go. Everyone can hear me okay. Just making sure my levels are good here. All right. So, again, a lot of today's theme is Christmas. Christmas is really starting to come in. And I know many of our card makers have already started some of their projects. And it's a good time to get thinking and start getting ideas. So, I'll be honest, I'm a little bit like you with some of our suppliers, and I go looking through their websites and think, that looks cool. Oh, that looks interesting. Oh, I bet so-and-so would really love that, and customers like her. So we've got some stuff that when they came in, Matt said to me, what are these? But trust me, sometimes you just have to have faith and trust me. So I'm going to start off with 3 different packages here. One is from Hunky Dory, and the other 2 are from Art by Marlene, which I believe, is Studio Light. These are both UK companies, but so we love our international friends. This one here, the Essential Miri Tag Pad, it is actually half gold and half silver, cute little shape tags. So if you are someone who likes to make, kind of leveled up gift tags for the holiday season, or these, excuse me, so sorry about that. These also fit perfectly on an A2 card. So you could use them as your focal point on a card if you were doing some great crafting. I'm just checking the comments here. Oh, there is Darlene. And we've got people saying, Rosalind saying, I trust you. Excellent. So thank you very much. So this is fun. Gold and silver. And then you know what? I could not resist these guys. They are a little bit larger. So let me see. They are 4.6 by 6.7 inches. So let's call, just to round, we're going to call them 4.5 by 6 3/4. So a little bit bigger than your standard A2 card. But look at the fun edges and designs. So this one here has the little circles. Let's see if it has a name. Oh, this one says Sun Style. Oh, I see where we're going with this. Sun Style. So you've got your suns all the way around the outside. And there are 21 of these in the pack. Let me just check the weight here. They're quite thick. They are really quite thick and substantial. They're 450 GSM, which is, they're calling it 303 pounds. I think it might be, I'm not sure that I necessarily, not that I don't believe the measurement, it's just not what I'm interpreting. So all you need to know is it is a nice heavyweight paper. Art by Marlene does a lot of mixed media and whatnot, so I have every confidence that this is going to withstand you using water techniques, pastes, all of that good stuff. And then we have this one here, and here's where you can see the difference. It's got the little moons here. This is called the Moon Style. So same idea, a whole pad of 21 different tags. They just pull out. Got the little carrier sheet here. They just pull out. They do have a little hole in it for you to put your ribbon and such through. And you know what? I know many of you are super crafty and ingenious out there. I have no doubt that you will also use that cover sheet and probably this back sheet. So you're really getting a lot of bang for your buck. So those are some new tags to start your Christmas crafting. And then we have this stuff. And you're going to say, okay, it's gold Miri paper. What's the big deal? Well, this is actually, I don't know if you can see it there, self-adhesive. So these papers have an adhesive on the back. They would be ideal for delicate die cuts, anything where you don't want to futz around and put the glue on the back. Die cut it out of this and it's already adhesive like a sticker. This would also, foil in itself is often tricky if you're playing with wet glue and the foil. If you get it where you don't want it, it could be a little bit tricky. But I saw this and thought, you know what, for those of you who like to die cut and do some really fun shapes and delicate things, this would be really good for you. While we're on that note, this is the one that I would also love to hear your feedback for. They're called Essential Die Cut Nested Miri Frames. They're a little bit bigger than I thought they were going to be. And I'm not sure how big I thought they were going to be. And if I actually, really thought about it, this is pretty much as big as they need to be. But what these are punch out frames. So this has the different sizes of circles. There's the different sizes of squares. And then also in this pack is ovals and rectangles. You get both gold and silver. So there are 10 sheets of gold, 10 sheets in silver, and it is a mix of this circle, square, oval, and rectangle. So I'm guessing 5 gold would be circle and square, 5 gold would be oval and rectangle, and then the same with silver. So again, if you like to do frames on your cards, maybe you're going to punch one of these out and put a sentiment or a watercolor picture or something else behind it, you could do that. These are also large enough that if you are a scrapbooker and you want to add some metallic to your projects, these would definitely be big enough to hold even a 5x7 photo. So if I measure this circle, the largest circle is 6 inches. So you could really do some beautiful things on your layouts, on your albums and journals, all of that kind of thing, and make good use of this. We only brought in 3 packs, but those of you who are the first to grab it, see what you think. Let us know. All right, what's next in my pile? So if you remember last week, and so this is our little segue before we get to Christmas. If you remember last week, I shared with you, what's it called? Wicked Woods? Yeah, Wicked Woods from Katie Petite and Art and Creative. It was a stunning, super stunning, gorgeous Halloween/fall kind of collection. We had the pads, we had all of that kind of stuff. One thing I want to make, actually, you know what, let's talk about this first, and then I'll tell you there's a little note, a little kind of asterisk on that Wicked Woods collection. So, got separated from the main order, trickled in this past week. There is also an adorable stamp set that goes with that Wicked Woods collection. So we've got some great little sentiments: beware, wicked, spooky, and boo. We've got the pumpkins, and then we've got the bats. And it's got a really unique kind of sketchy look to it. They almost look hand drawn. And knowing Katie, she probably did hand draw some of these. This might even be her handwriting. I'm not quite sure. But that is a great little stamp set to go with that collection. Now here's the footnote. Typically with Art and Creative and Katie's lines, they have always said up to this point that all of the collections are what we call evergreen, in that they will keep reproducing them as long as the demand is there. They are going to just keep reproducing. You are still going to be able to get older lines, and you can mix and match your lines between them because there will be a real thread of continuity. Wicked Woods is the exception to the rule. Because it's very seasonal and very themed, this is going to be a one and done. So if Wicked Woods was something that really caught your attention, and if you're not sure what I'm talking about, go back into the August new arrivals on our website, or go back to last week's video, check it out. Or of course, come and see us in the store and check it out. But if that's something that really appealed to you, especially all of my Halloween fans out there, then you might want to jump on that sooner rather than later. Because once it's gone, and we will not be able to reorder it. So that's our Halloween. I meant to show this last week, and again, the basket got separated from what we were presenting. But we are back in stock on the Spellbinders Hot Rod Flames die. I call it the Grease Lightning car. I want to start singing like John Travolta. This is from Mindy Egan's line. I can't remember now what the collection was called. This is her second version of second collection of these amazing hot rods. And the first batch sold out really quick, so we brought a second batch in. Well, I want to give a big thanks to one of our lovely ladies in the community. She posts an awful lot in our Paper Crafts Inner Circle. She is a great friend to Paper Crafters Workshop, and I asked her to do me a favor and do a little bit of homework. So she created this sample. It was a kit that we had received in one of our trade shows, and so she very graciously put this beautiful card together, and it just shows you what a gorgeous scene, or what a gorgeous card you can make for anyone who is a hot rod fan, man or woman, boy or girl, anyone who loves cars. are certainly going to love this Hot Rod Flames die and the things that you can do with it. Donna also did another card for us, and I just, to give her her due, give her a big round of applause and thanks. She made this whimsical house card for me as well. It's from a collection from Vicky Papaioannou. I think I said that right. Vicky P, as they call it. I have been trying to order this in, and they've been out of stock for a little while, but I'm hoping to get that in as well because it's got a really fun little whimsical look, and I think you could really skew it and do some fun things with it for Halloween, for Christmas. But a huge, huge, huge thank you to Donna for putting these samples together for us, and we will make sure that these are displayed in the store as well if you want to come and take a look. One more thing from Spellbinders is this Perfect Touch Soft Rectangles die and tag. This is meant for, so first priority goes to our friends in our Christmas Kickstart. This is an add-on for that kit, and some of us will be using this in some of our class projects. But because this is a custom exclusive die for our group, we got a few extra. We had a certain quantity that we had to commit to and wanted to share that with you guys as well. So the Perfect Touch rectangle, it's got that whole series of nesting dies, the rounded corners, and then I don't know if you can see it very well, but there is that what they call the Perfect Touch little edging. Just finishes off your edges super nicely. I am going to finish off with some goodies from Hero Arts. Finish off this segment. No, we're not done. Still got all of that gorgeous paper to share with you. This is a collection from Hero Arts, and I think it was called Sweet Blooms. I can't remember the name of the actual collection, but the centerpiece of the collection is this Sweet Blooms die right here. It's got 4 different flowers, it's got leaves, stems, and this really, really fun thanks sentiment die. If you were in my Rub-Ons and Blooms class this past weekend, we had an online class on Sunday and in-person classes on Monday. This was what you got in your kit, but now we can share it with all of you. Really, really fun. I've got my class cards, and I've got another sample card that I can share with you in just a minute. There is also a really fun sentiment stamp set, and I am really loving what Heather, the creative director at Hero Arts, is coming out with in her design. She is really pulling out some super fun fonts for her sentiments, and I'm all for that. I love a good solid font with that fun little funky element. So this is a great sentiment set. It's called Perfect Pairs. So thanks, friend, hello, happy B-Day, sweet, Mondo, congrats, and then lots of little sentiments as well. You're the best, you got this, for all you do, you're so kind, and so on and so forth. This does come as a stamp and die bundle, so you've got all of that together in one set. I'm just going to check for some comments here, but I think we're doing great. This is part of the set, and it's called Organic Shapes. So you've got some really nice, fun, solid stamps, as well as some really great little patterns. Those of you who are really getting into junk journaling and art journaling, these are what we would call a mark making stamp set, because really it's just making marks. It's not really making anything other than fun patterns. And I think I'll pull that sample out now just to share with you the card that we did. So again, this was a trade show class, but I love how you can really just layer and create those backgrounds, add your flowers, and it just really makes a super fun, bright card. And there's that thanks sentiment. At the bottom, I used green on top of white just to keep it all very continuous, and had a lot of fun with that. And I know Darlene's picked this one up as well, so I'm sure she's going to create some fun with that. Hello to everyone who is still joining in. Thank you for joining us tonight. The next in this collection is this two-piece set. So one is called the floral frame, and the other one is the floral frame stencil. So you can absolutely use this frame by itself, and it's got lots of little extra pieces. You will notice that the flowers are very much the same style as the large one. So if you want to use the large one and make like a really fun bouquet, you could bring in some of these smaller ones as well to give you some texture. But then there is also the stencil, and the stencil you can use also on its own or in combination with the die. Always fun to put those two pieces together. There's 4 layers in the stencil set, and you can have a lot of fun with that. Rounding things off are 2 sets of Hero Arts rub-ons. And these are not new. I believe we've had them before. We've got them back in, but they've always been very popular because they are so multifunctional. You can use these on so many different projects and platforms. The first one is called Birdsong Script, and really all it is a scripty paragraph, if you will. I have not sat down to read it to know that if it is repeated or what it is. It really meant for texture, not for the literal verbal look of it. But you get 2 sheets. They are 6 by 8. There is also this one here that's called Friendly Type. Looks like a whole bunch of little dictionary definitions. So we've got friendly, we've got thank you, we've got thankful, friendship. Anyways, lots of fun definitions. And again, you don't necessarily need to read them. They just create a really nice textural element for your projects. And they are rub-ons. So you can cut them up into little bits and just sprinkle them all over. You can do whole backgrounds. You can put it on paper and then die cut. I would not try to die cut it until it's on paper. But once again, you get 2 sheets of that pattern in that set. And just to give you an idea, I'm not going to get into details because this is what we did in class, and I don't want to give away any of those secrets that our students paid for on the weekend. But here we've just got the rub-ons down the side, and we've got them on the flower centers. This one was really fun. So there's that font, and we use them on the flowers. Here we've got it in a couple of different places. There's that thanks again. And here we use them as a background. So lots and lots of great ways that you can use rub-ons. This collection is just so bright and colorful. Well, I guess it's not. It's black and white, but you can use so many colors with this and create things that are bright and cheerful. I want to experiment and play with some more Christmas colors. You could take a more muted approach if you needed to do, say, a sympathy card or a get well card. I think this is a set that I'm going to keep in my personal stash for a good long time. So that is new from Spellbinders and Hero Arts. All right. I'm going to leave the paper till the end. I'm going to move over to another pile. And this is a company that we haven't had in too much lately. But in combination with our, partnership with Catherine Pooler, we wanted to give something that's new to us a try. The main tool has been out for a little while. The new tool came out and sold out almost immediately. But here it is. It is the Sizzix Registration Press Tool. I do have a sample one. I haven't even cracked it open yet. Is my box open? Yeah, so let me pull mine out. This essentially is a nice big stamp tool. You can use it for stencils. It's got these little pegs to put your stencils on. And if your stencils don't already have holes, there are adapters for that. But let me pull mine out. And they literally came in. Did they come in on Friday and we got part of the shipment on Monday while I was teaching my class? So you are literally seeing me opening this box for the very first time. If I didn't say it out loud, this is from Sizzix. And this is a pretty innovative series of things that they've got going on. So this is the registration press tool. There was a different version. I think it was called the Stamp and Press tool. It had a slightly different name. This is the same thing. The only difference is that this piece here is gray instead of mint. That's really the only difference. It's a slight color change. I liked the gray better. This is sticky grid. It goes onto this area to hold your paper. And then this is your platform or your hinge piece. So you would put your stamps on here, put it back in the little area and stamp away. This one would be, again, ideal for those who do larger projects like scrapbook layouts, like larger journals. And it's got that nice press tool. You can also use it for stencils. So like I said, and I am going to have to play with it a little bit more just to learn all the ins and outs of this. I think, oh, there we go. It goes in like that. So if you had your project here, you would attach your stencil on these little poles. Great for layering, great for making sure that you've got everything in the right spot, and then move it up or down and have a lot of fun with that. So that is the main tool. You do get one sheet of sticky grid. We have, actually I'm going to leave that off. We have packs of sticky grid as well. The instruction manual that I'm going to have to read. Before I get into Catherine Pooler's tool, there is also a hinge adapter. So if you are someone who likes to work in journals or books or something that has dimension to it and have had really a lot of trouble because these tools don't give you any flexibility in the hinge, this hinge adapter will do that. I'm just going to bring all of my things over so I don't have to open up the other ones. So the hinge adapter looks like this. And what it does is it goes on here, I believe. Maybe it goes this way. It goes that way. Just snaps on there. So now you can put your top plate on it, I believe. Do I have it upside down? Anyway, oh, there we go. It does have a little bit more. So if you are working on a book, you've got your extra height for that in order to address the bulk. And then you could also put your stencil on there just the same way. So that's all the main tool. And when it's new, you're always afraid to pull too hard, but I think we're okay. There's probably a tip to that I'll have to look up. But let me talk to you about the Catherine Pooler tool that goes with it. Or not goes with it. It works with it. You do have to purchase it separately. This allows you to stamp all of these really fun patterns. Was this mine? I think so. Let's crack that open. Oh, I should have had all this ready beforehand, but you know, this is the way it goes. Too much packaging. At least you know that you're going to get it safe and secure. So in your kit, you've got a stamp and you've got a stencil. And then we've got our little tool. And so this would go on here. I'm not going to pop it on yet. I'm going to have to look at how to assemble it. But essentially, it helps you make some repeated patterns just with some very quick, easy moves. Now, I know I did not do the best demonstration job on this right now. But what I will tell you, and let's see if I managed to put that one up first. I don't think I did. Oh, I don't think I even loaded it in. So bear with me a second. The joys, here we go. Next week. Next week, I am going to be doing some demos of this tool in the store. I'm going to be there on Thursday from 1 until 6, Friday from 10 until 2, and then the following week on August 25th, I will do a much better job at showing this off, playing with it on Learning Live. So if you want to learn about all of these things, definitely tune into those different opportunities. So come and see us in the store or watch us online on the following Tuesday. We'll talk about all things stamp registration tool. All right, let me come back to here. There we go. So if you are someone that maybe already has this tool, Catherine Pooler has a new holiday release. And these were all designed to work with her tool, to work with this stamp platform, and but they could also work. They could also work on their own. So let me make sure I've got them in the right order here. So I'm going to start with the stamps. We have a really fun little sentiment set, and unfortunately, it's hard to find the names of them on here. This is Winter Sentiments. So make it sparkle, 'tis the season, wishing you a magical Christmas. We have Let It Snow, a whole series of snowflakes. I'm going to save my favorite one to the end. This one is called Warm Winter Wishes Sentiments. So it's fun. You've got some solid ones. You've got some open ones. You've got some great sentiments. We can make some really great patterns with those. And then this one sealed the deal for me because I love a good snowman. So again, you don't necessarily have to have the tool to be able to use these in general, but there are definitely some fun techniques that you can use to really take advantage of how these are designed and how they can be laid out, like in a quilt pattern or a repeated pattern, or even just creating a border. So those are fun. And that tool can also be used for stencils. So we got in the printed pattern star on top. It's a 2-layer tree stamp or stencil. This is a stencil. We have the retro star. So a fun little quad pattern there. We have holiday in the square. And those are really fun. And these are all, I'm actually mistaken. That is a stamp set. So this one is a stencil, hence the 3 different images there. This one is a stamp set. So I had that one in the wrong pile. And then we finish off with the Fanciful Snowflakes stencil. So 3 stencils, 5 stamp sets, and I'm going to work on getting some samples done. We can play with it and come and see me end of next week, and we'll really put this through its paces and see what it can do. So that is the new set of tools from Sizzix and the registration tool. Okay, I know many of you have been holding on, waiting for this. We've got some great new international Christmas papers in the house. I'm going to start off with Creative Art, which is one of our, which is from Belgium. We talked about this company a little bit yesterday. So if you caught our video yesterday, we have launched, Darlene and I have launched a whole new class event called Christmas Around the World. I'll talk about that a little bit more in a bit when I get to the announcements. But one of the companies in that you're going to receive in that class is this line called Silent Spark. It is from Creative Art. This one I'm going to pull off to the side. And it really features some beautiful, I'm going to call them elves. You could call them gnomes. There's backgrounds. There's card backs. Look at that. Like, how beautiful. Like, I almost just want to frame this. I'm not going to lie. You could just put a nice simple photo right smack in the middle, but it is stunning. So this is what they call the Art Journaling and Card Making book. It is all fussy cutting, so get out your sharp scissors and get ready to make some beautiful things. That is, oh, look at that one too. This one here. Oh, they're all so beautiful. So even if you're not necessarily into fussy cutting, I think you're going to stick it out in order to play with this book, because it just makes your heart sing. So that is the Silent Spark book. You do get that in the Christmas Around the World class. But of course, you can always buy it separately if you choose not to participate in our class. There is a sentiment set of die cuts, and there is no scissors required for these ones, which means they will punch out. They are a flat pack. They will punch out, and you've got some great sentiments there. That will also be in your class kit, but can also buy it separately. If you just want to make cards, you can just buy the backgrounds. And then we have one sheet of punch out gnomes. And I for some reason, I'm thinking there is a second sheet, but it did not make it into my box. So any of the Creative Art punch out pieces can work with this, and you can do some really adorable stuff. These are the decoupage kind of layering thing. So what you would do is this is your base, then you would layer this on, then you would layer this on, and have this beautiful layered element for your project. So that is Creative Art. Oh, I've got one more thing to show for them. There is also a Silent Spark card kit. Oh, Darlene says we do only have the one sheet, so my mistake. There might be more coming. It's possible that it's sold out and we're getting more in, but there's always new stuff coming, so don't you worry. Here's the card kit. Again, no cutting required. It is all punched out. This is what the kit looks like when you get it unopened. But Darlene, bless Darlene, has gone ahead and made us some samples. So let's open this baggie. Oh, sticking. This is very similar to the Snow Globe Snowman that we had previously. This is a different kit, but it works in a very similar way. So here's our one little snowman, the little elf. And again, they are those, I don't know, here, let me go this way. You can see that the characters are all layered up. Darlene's used all kinds of foam squares on there. And then you do get the domes in there to make him a shaker. We've got this one here with the little house and those beautiful shaker elements. Roz says she's obsessed. I hear you. I am becoming very obsessed with this brand as well. So here we've got the little deer outside. And then Darlene left me one that is open to show you guys how it all works. So what you would do is you would take your card base, layer up your top little character, put your dome in. So your dome is not a circle. Was it only last night? Yeah, it was last night that I was doing on my Learning Live, the little oval shaker dome. This one, while the dome is circle, there is a square element to it. So it's much easier, much easier for you to glue down. She's just used score tape here. She has applied the tape. You would put your shaker bits in there, and then this is what your inner element would look like. So it is just a square that I believe you have to cut out with your paper trimmer, and your layered element. You'd put your shaker bits in, you put this down, and you can just center it left to right, and there it goes into your snow globe. Now, if you prefer not to use shaker bits and just have the snow globe look, you absolutely could. But it is just super easy to put together, and you could have a lot of fun with that. So that is the Silent Spark card kit. And again, thanks to Darlene for putting those samples together for us. We'll put them back in here safe. Actually, I'll probably put Donna's in here as well so that they go safely back to the store. Except it's not cooperating with me, so I'll do that off camera. One more thing to show you in my box before I get to the Stamperia. Katie Sue Peelables. Many of you have fallen in love with these, and we are happy to have a brand new Christmas one in stock. What these are is they are sheets of inside sentiments. Sentiments for inside the card is always, always challenging to find. So this one you get 2 of each design. There are 8 sheets in total, so there's 4 different designs, and they really have some amazing sentiments. And they are a sticker, so all you have to do, I'm just going to look at this closely. Yeah, so it is a full square here. You could take it and die cut it if you wanted it a little bit smaller, but ultimately the outer area is going to vanish. It's not going to show up on your project. All you see is the sentiment. So you peel it, you stick it, and away you go. So really good value, lots of great sentiments, and it really helps you when you're like, I don't know what to say. This will give you lots of options of what to say. Okay. Get your jingle bells out, put your Santa hat on. We are diving into Stamperia Christmas. I have, I think, 4 collections to show you, and I need to pick up the pace because we do also have to get to our anniversary deals for next week. All right, I am going to start with this collection here. It is called Winter Magic. It's so pretty. It really is so pretty. I will open this up in just a second and do a little flip through. But this is the junk journal book. This one has 16 pages. So much like that Silent Spark book that I shared with you previously, it has backgrounds. It has die cuts. It has all kinds of good stuff inside. And Darlene, if you're still watching, correct me if I'm wrong. These ones, the die cuts punch out. I think that is correct. There is also the junk journal focus points. So this is somewhat a smaller version of this. This one has only 8. It's got 8 backgrounds and 8 cutout pages. But obviously you see that the size is a little bit smaller. I'm going to open this one. Actually, there's a picture on the back. Let me just show you the picture on the back. So you've got a bunch of different pages. You've got some little cut aparts, some little frames, and then these are all the images that you would punch out to create your project. You can use it for cards. You can use it for art journaling. A few weeks ago, I used something similar on a layout. Definitely just consider it pieces that you are then reconstructing back together. Here is the larger version. So again, nice big pages here. Very similar. So somewhat, and I'm not going to do match for match, but almost like a 12 by 12 versus a 6 by 6, where you've got your larger one, you've got your smaller one, but there are some variations as well. In the large one, you've got some different substrates as well, as I'm reading here. So we've got cardstock, we've got stickers, we've got cutouts. So a bunch of different types of paper in there, whereas this one is all strictly cardstock. There is the die cuts. So these are what we would call chipboard die cuts. They're a little bit thicker. They're on a heavier material. Then we have the adhesive ephemera. So also, they're already die cut out. There's no white border. They're all really beautiful. I don't know if it translates well on the camera, but they do have like a little pearly finish to it. And these ones are adhesive, so they're stickers. Just peel and stick. Looks like we only got the rice paper backgrounds for this one. Again, it might be a case where the other one kind of got separated or delayed, but some really pretty backgrounds made out of rice paper. And then this collection also has a card kit. So you can make 7 cards, 5 tags, and 1 bookmark, printed 2 sides. So they are double-sided. So if you look at the tags here, you've got your card backgrounds, you've got your bookmark here, and you can layer those all up really fast and easy. So that is the collection called Winter Magic. There's more. Trust me, there's more. Next up we have, make sure I get all the pieces. Let me start with this one. We have Classic Christmas. So this is your Santa, your candy canes and gingerbread cookies and all things Classic Christmas. Once again, this is that junk journal book. It is your A4 size, which is 8.25 by, I think, 11.5. It's a little bit, just a slightly different, 8.3 by 11, yeah, so let's call it 8.5 by 7, or 11.5. A little bit bigger than a letter size paper. But all kinds of great cutouts, sticker sheets, backgrounds, lots and lots of fun to play with. We have their die cuts, which is made out of chipboard. We've got those adhesive ephemera, again with that pearly little sparkly finish. This one also has a card kit, 7 cards, 5 tags, and 1 bookmark. So if you need a fast, easy card kit to get your mojo started, this one would be for you. Just gonna check to see if we've got any more questions. No, I think we're good. Now this one has an extra little element. Maybe not element is the right word, but there is actually a bundle. This is called the Art Journaling Selection. So you get the big book, you get those chipboard die cuts, you get the sticker, the adhesive ephemera, and you get a stencil. I will show you the stencil in just a second. But if you like all the things, then this is a great little bundle to get everything all in one. And there is a QR code with a video tutorial to give you some ideas and inspiration. Now, Classic Christmas is the only one that had a bundle like this, but I think it'll be a lot of fun for those of you who are really into all of that. Let's take a look at the stencils while we're here. I'm not sure if they're officially tied to any one collection. We still have 2 more collections to share with you, but we'll just do this quickly. So these are small ones. They're 12 centimeters square, which means they're about 4.5 inches. So there's the little snowflake. Trying to see if they have actual names. I can't see the names, but you can see by the picture that there's little snowflakes. This one has ribbons and gingerbread men all over it. Then we go to some larger rectangle ones. There is this one here with the bells and the holly. This one here has holly and music notes. Yeah, no, I can't. This is the challenge when you have a new company that you're just still learning, is I don't know where the names are, but they're darn pretty. Then there is this one, which is more of a scene. So you've got your reindeer, your tree, and your sparkly stars. I mean, of course, you could mask it off and just do the tree or just do the deer, but that one is really fun. And then this is the one that's in the bundle. It's got pine cones and some foliage and little flowers, or call them snowflakes, whatever you want to call them. So those are the I think that was that 4 or 5 longer ones. And then there are 3 really big ones, really big ones. And these are definitely more scene based. So again, you've got your little townscape here that you would mask off. You've got your Victorian manor up here. We've got this one here. This one reminds me of, images and paintings and things that I've seen of Bethlehem, where you've got all the different buildings, the stars and the scenery. And then this one here is your Christmas ornaments. So I would not imagine that you would do this all at once. I would imagine that you would mask off and do different sections for your projects. So those are all the stencils. I wanted to show you them right after I showed that bundle, because that's the one that's in the bundle. Don't buy it twice. And 2 more paper collections. We are getting a little bit more wintry with this one, but we also got a lot more stuff with it. So this one is called White Christmas. And I think it is absolutely darling. You've got the little girl, there's lots of images of these warm sweaters, you know, the cozy polar bears, all kinds of really, I'm going to say cool because I mean like cool colors. The whites and the blues and this muted look is absolutely stunning. We have, what else do we have in here? We do have those focus points as well. So if you like the smaller format, we have the die cuts as I shared with you in the other collection. So these are the chipboard. We have, okay, this one we did not get the adhesive stickers, but we did get the 2 rice papers. So they've got their mini rice papers, and then you've got the rice paper backgrounds. I love that one with the recipes. That one's really pretty. There is a card kit, as I shared with the other collections. Really easy to just piece them together. And then with this collection, there is also paper, full 12 by 12 and 8 by 8 scrapbooking paper. So there's something for everyone, absolutely. So here is that 12 by 12 collection. You've got the little girl with the bunny. I think this is one of the sweetest images I have seen this Christmas. You've got we've had the hairy cows before. Now we have the hairy ponies. The goose, there's the little boy with the goose and the Christmas tree. And I just love how it's really embracing kind of all those cool winter colors. But you could absolutely skew it Christmas as well. Obviously, it's called White Christmas. There is the backgrounds selection. So we've got trees, snowflakes, little trees in pots, the cable knit on the sweaters. Just absolutely stunning. So these ones are, let me read the packaging here, 10 double-sided sheets, 12 by 12, 190 grams. GSM, not sure what the measurement is, but a nice standard weight. And then we have the same thing in the 8 by 8. I don't know how you guys are going to choose. There's a reason why we have all of these, because we couldn't choose. Last but not least is a collection called Silent Night. Now, once again, this is the collection that we will be using in Christmas Around the World. I will point out the pieces, so if you are joining us for that class, you do not have to buy them again, unless, of course, you want to. Here is the full-size junk journal book. Again, some really gorgeous papers, some gorgeous little punch-outs. I like that this is a mix of the blues as well as the red and greens. There is, where is it? Yep, there it is. There is the focus points. So focus points is what you're getting in the class kit, but of course available separately as well. And we do have more of these coming, so if they sell out, then let us know and we can put you on the list. There is a card kit. There are the chipboard die cuts. There is the adhesive ephemera. Again, those little elf-like people on the reindeers, a little knitting basket. Just what I would say is the epitome of Christmas. We have the rice papers, so Christmas Around the World, you're getting the mini one, but there's also the background. There is a stamp set. Look at how pretty this stamp set is. Spread joy, silent night, jingle bells, ho ho ho, be merry, and some little background stamps here. So the pine cone, the snowflakes, really, really fun there. And then just like White Christmas, there is also scrapbooking supplies. So there is your 12 by 12 Silent Night paper pack, 10 double-sided sheets, some extra little scenes going on here that we didn't see in those other packages, some more cutouts, and then you've got your backgrounds, the little hearts, the snowflakes, again, another sweater motif, gifts, the wood grain, always a sucker for a good wood grain, and then the 8 by 8s as well. So lots of amazing stuff from Stamperia. I have a feeling these are going to go really, really fast. Really looking forward to creating with them myself And I think this is one of those brands that you guys are really loving, and we're going to be bringing more of. Okay, I've got 4 minutes. 4 minutes to the top of the hour. Thank you for sticking with me. A little bit more to share with our announcements, and we will finish strong with our anniversary. Our anniversary deal starting tomorrow. All right, so I talked about this earlier. We've got our Sizzix tool demo days. That's going to be on Thursday, August 20th from 1 until 6. Friday, August 21st from 10 until 2. It's just a drop-in. It's free of charge. Come and let's see what this tool can do. We can play around with it and see if it will work for you. And then for those of you who are not close by or can't make it during those times, I will also do a demonstration on Learning Live on August 25th. So we can get lots of good information. I'll have played with it lots by then, and we can have a lot of fun with it. All right, next up, Christmas around the world. If you missed our video yesterday, this is a brand new event that Darlene and I are introducing. It is going to be held in a private Facebook group, and we are going to pre-record 6 classes. Darlene is going to do 3 art journal classes. I am going to do 3 card making classes. So if you are both an art journaler and a card maker, you are going to love this. If you are either one or the other but want to learn what the other one is about, then this is for you as well. There's going to be 3 little kits that make up the master kit. The first class is using that Stamperia Silent Night items that we just talked about. The second class is the Creative Art Silent Spark that we talked about. And then the third class, or third set of classes, is going to be using Polar Railway junk journaling book from Ciao Bella. You're going to get extra goodies in your kit as well, like light and fluffy paste, a stencil, some sentiment stickers, but you'll have everything that you need to create with. The things you'll have to grab from your stash, obviously, are your basic tools, and then things like your cardstock and your journaling paper and that kind of thing. Darlene and I have really just gotten our hands on the product. It's been trickling in, but we finally got that selection, got it sorted out. So we are still working on designing those projects, but rest assured that when you sign up, we will send you a full supply list so you know and you are ready for the classes. The classes are going to go up on or around September 24th. That gives you a couple of weeks to be self-directed and do the classes as you go along. And then on October 18th, which is a Sunday, we're going to do a live wrap-up party. Come and join us. We're going to be creating with the leftovers. We're going to be mixing and matching brands and just having an awful lot of fun. So super excited, new format, new ideas, and we are really looking forward to having many of you come and join us along. Any questions about that, of course, please do send us an email or chat with us in store. Because it's a new format, I know there's going to be questions, and it's a little hard to explain some of the nuances, but I think it's going to be a really exciting time. And I know Darlene and I are super, super excited about this. Okay, now for the moment you've been waiting for. Let's have a drum roll. Hang on, let me find it here. There we go. It's our anniversary, still our anniversary, and we are celebrating all month long. Super happy to have reached 9 years. Next year will be a super big one, but 9 is just as important. And if you've missed it for the first couple of weeks, oh, Darlene said I can show you something else. Okay, let me get through the anniversary sales, and then I've got one last thing to share with you. Just a last minute thing where we had a question and didn't want to launch it until we had the answer to that question. Yeah, a little bit cryptic there, but bear with me. So happy to be celebrating our 9th anniversary. Week 2 deals end tonight, and week 3 deals start tomorrow morning. What are those deals? Well, we've got 25% off select waffle flower stamps, dies, and stencils. The new release that just came out, of course, will be excluded as our tools, and it is a select set of these stamps, dies, and stencils. So you're going to go right to our website. There will be a banner on the homepage. Click on that and it will take you to all the deals. Deal number 2 is 20% off Doodlebug and Bella Boulevard paper collections. Lots of good stuff in there. We've got Stamperia. It's a good time for me to be sharing all of that stuff. 20% off Stamperia. Now, everything that I shared tonight, not included in the sale. It's for older collections, not new releases. And 20% off all of those things. And still lots of great stuff to choose from. And last but not least, we've got 20% off Catherine Pooler. Again, we are excluding new releases, excluding the new Sizzix items, but stamps, dies, and stencils. Plus, we're going to also offer you 20% off Catherine Pooler inks and re-inkers. We know that her inks are new to many of you, just as they are to us, and we want you to try it. So enjoy 20% off savings on those inks and re-inkers of the colors we have in stock, and give them a try. See what they are all about. All right, bear with me. I got to go in the other room to grab this one last thing. So we'll go back. Whoops, as I catch myself on my chair. We'll go back to my desktop, which is this one here. Give it a second. There we go. It is our first advent calendar in the house. So this collection, this little box, this fun little box, it's about the size of a shoebox. The box itself is super beautiful, and I think it will be a keepsake that many people will just use as a box because it is so pretty. But this is actually a countdown calendar, 24 days of crafting. So inside there are 24 decorated box envelopes that have goodies in it. And yeah, we had to take a peek because we needed to be able to answer any questions, but I will not do any spoilers. I can do this. I can show you this because honestly, this got a gasp from Darlene. This is what the inside of the box looks like. So it looks like a whole series of little books to tell your Christmas story. Now, in these little boxes, and again, I'm not going to open them. If you are interested and want to see, what's inside, again, I'm not going to open it too far. Let me make sure. Take it off camera. Come on, open up. I'm going to flip it over so you can't see. But there are things like die cuts. So this little box opens up like so. And you could use this, to send things to other people as well. You could fussy cut that out if you wanted to once it's done. But inside these little boxes, there are things like stamps. There are some little ink pads. There is ribbon and twine. There is die cuts. There is stickers, and so much more. What I can tell you is there are no dies. It is predominantly consumable goods, plus, a couple of fun little stamp sets as well. 24 days in total. And honestly, just this presentation is going to make you want to have it. So this is the Studio Light 24 days of crafting. All right. Excuse me. I've done a lot of talking. We've had lots of exciting things going on. Let me come back here. That's it from me, folks. Thank you so much for joining me tonight and for sticking all the way to the end here at just after 5 o'clock. So many good stuff to share with you, and I know it's not the same as touching and feeling, but hopefully it gives you a good sense of what is starting to come in for the holiday season. Any questions, as always, give us an email, send us a note. Happy to help, happy to connect you with your crafting goodies, and we will see you next week. Take care, everyone.